Good afternoon, everybody. Kevin Schulz here, and we're here with the second edition of Summer Essentials by Firewire Surfboards and Slater Designs. Starting over here, I have the Sboss, which is our most recent model. This is a board that Dan Mann, Kelly, and myself kind of all collaborated on over the better part of 3 years. Super versatile surfboard. You can ride a ton of different fin mix-ups with it. So whether you're riding a quad or a thruster, 2+1, 5-fin, this board kind of allows you to do it all. Round bulleted nose, pretty straight rail line, and then a rounded tail, pretty pulled in pin. Most notable feature is that spiral V all the way through the bottom deck of the board. And that just kind of allows it to teeter over on rail. Been surfing lowers a lot with this board and a lot of beach break too. I'll usually throw like a 5-fin setup in it when it's small, or I will run a quad and maybe some more punchy or beach break surf, and then a thruster when the waves are a little more down the line, kind of point break style. This one's the I-Bolic Technology, and I really like the flex pattern that one gives. Definitely like the first board that I'm gonna be picking up for the summertime. Second board here is our Dominator 2.0. The Dominator 2.0 has been in my quiver for ages. The unique feature about this one is our volcanic lamination here. The original Dominator 2.0 I've had as a helium, but this one is the volcanic construction, so it's got the helium core, but it's got the volcanic deck skin on the top. Really versatile surfboard. I like it in beach break, I like it in point break, I like it overhead waves, or usually go into this board when it's a little smaller, that kind of chest high and under. It also does go pretty well in waves of consequence too. I've had a few surfs that have been very productive. Obviously with the volcanic construction, something I was kind of looking to get more out of this board was a little more control through my turns. We actually are just releasing these new fins. These are the Velox, and they're gonna come in a quad and a thruster set. So the difference of these fins versus the KS1, Velox have a little more of a raked out tip than the KS1s do. So more control through turns, a little more drawn out. The flex pattern's quite a bit different through the tip too, giving you kind of a little more hold, but maybe not as much release through a lip. That being said, fins are always kind of like a personal preference, so it's whatever you want to ride, but I've been liking these fins when I want to draw out my turns a little more and have a little more control, whereas the KS1s have a little more drive with a wider fin base and then more release through the top. The next one too, another board that I've just really always kind of gravitated to for that summer small surf, or even winter or spring or fall for that matter, is the Mashup. Same thing with the Dominator 2.0. This Mashup is the helium core, and it has the volcanic lamination through the top. Helium core, volcanic lamination. A little more of a rigid feeling, and typically I ride this board with the KS twin fin set, but I threw in the medium thruster set of the Velox Firewire fins, and they felt super nice too. Last couple days we've really just been getting a lot of surf down at lowers. It's kind of south swell season firing up. You can kind of see down through the rail, it's got a little tapered off rail, pretty sharp edge, about, I don't know, 1.5 feet up. And I really like this board. Super fun in small surf. It carries a ton of speed, and if you get into flat sections, it's got a nice low entry rocker, and it just has a little V off the tail that's gonna allow you to pivot too. are my 3 boards that I would absolutely go to for any summer day. And then in terms of liters and what I weigh, I know a lot of people kind of ask that question, is I'm about 170 pounds. This one here, the Sboss, is 28.1 liters. This Dominator's 28, and this is 28.4, the Mashup. All these are stock boards. I've just been pulling most of my boards right off the rack unless we're doing more of an R&D process to develop future models. Pretty fired up for south swell season, summertime surfboards, summer essentials. Get some.